thank you for having you today. Today I've seen you like on global protest in London. What makes you come here, and then what's the purpose of the protest?
I mean, I cannot not come here based on what is happening in Ethiopia right now. The Ethiopian regime is perpetrating ethnic cleansing, genocide against the Amara people. So I have no choice but to stand up and be the voice for these people. So the main point today is that they have a fake election going in Ethiopia. 90% of the Amara region is being controlled by Fano, but the regime is proclaiming to run an election. We expect them to say that they have a list of people that won in every district. We expect that, but we are highlighting the fakeness of this election to the world. That's why I am here for, and that's why we are here for.
Oh yes, I've seen you like you passed a lot of message today, chanting, and then also it's a critical message that you passed to the international community. Of course, what do we have to expect from a British government?
I mean, the British government is in turmoil as we speak. I mean, the Prime Minister may not be in his position over the next month. However, we are raising awareness. I mean, it's not like that they don't know, but we're telling them, guys, don't just turn a blind eye to it. Just as an example, 30% of the taxation of Ethiopia is generated or used to be generated from the Amara region. That's no longer the case. The Amara region is the biggest producer of farm products in Ethiopia. So it means the whole of the nation is suffering. We are highlighting to the international community, guys, this cannot go on. The UAE supporting the government and subsidizing them, it cannot continue. So stop turning a blind eye. Call it what it is. It is Amara genocide. It's ethnic cleansing. This regime has to go. That's what we ask.
Yeah. Recently I have read European unions, they are pledging like more than 145 million aid to process the election. So what is this to you? What does it mean?
I mean, in the overall scheme of things, 100 million is nothing in terms of running a nation. When you think of the UAE giving in terms of billions of dollars to buy drones. But the EU, for whatever reason that they've done that, we are highlighting to them. By the way, the London protest is just one of the other protests that have happened all over the world by people that are fighting against the regime. So we're just one part of it. So we're telling everyone, especially the European nations, come on guys, this has to stop. There is no point in you telling us after it has happened, just the same way in Rwanda, saying, oh, they've perpetrated a genocide. We're telling you, a genocide is in the making in Ethiopia right now. Wake up. That's what we are saying.
Oh, that's nice. Despite the fact the international human rights institutions such as Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch and international media outlets, all those are documented or about the atrocity what happens in Ethiopia. So you appealing for the media outlets, for BBC or Al Jazeera or sort of media. So what is your message for them?
I mean, there were a few media outlets in here today, some of them using social media, some of them international guys, London-based guys as well. So our message to them is, the genocide in Ethiopia is real, guys. It has been going for the last 3 years. Wake up. If you want to report on the news, report that. We know the Ethiopian regime is in the business of buying influencers. They buy UK-based influencers and pay them tens of thousands of pounds just to highlight the fake news that they want to highlight. So we're saying, stop the fake news, stop the fake election. You can fake the election, but you cannot fake our freedom. That's what we're saying. Abiy Ahmed, you cannot take our freedom.
To protect civilians, that's humanity, and the international media and even the government, Amnesty International, and whoever they are, and they keep saying silent. So what is the purpose of that? Like, I mean, why they're silent for it?
I mean, they're not always silent. I mean, they have said some things, but what we are asking them is, this deserves the same attention as Gaza deserves. This deserves the same attention as the Iran war deserves. But it's just the geopolitical situation. And it is easy to forget Ethiopia and the backwaters, the begging Ethiopians. However, we're saying to them, what you are playing with is potentially in excess of 300 million people in the surrounding neighborhood. You cannot have Ethiopia as a failed state. That's because that's where it is headed to. If Ethiopia becomes a failed state, think of the refugee crisis that happened because of Syria. This is going to be far worse. So we are highlighting to them and explaining it to them. This has to be nipped in the bud right now.
Why the international financial institution continue to strengthen their ties with the region?
I mean, when you speak to them, they say we're not strengthening our ties. They will say to you, look, you speak to the IMF guys, they will say to you, we've put this condition, that condition, and that condition. But what we're saying to them is, do you deal with Hamas? If you don't deal with Hamas, the Abiy Ahmed ethnocentric regime is no different to Hamas. It is a terrorist organization that happens to be in power. So stop dealing with them. We have to stop this madman and mad regime. This mad regime is at war with the Sudan, with Somalia, with Eritrea, even a little bit with South Sudan and Kenya. This madness has to stop. That's what the message we are telling them and transmitting to them.
Today I'm very amazed that I've seen like a huge number from all parts of the UK. UK, when I think London fannos, especially UK fannos, they are an example for others. And this is, it look like that's the center of the gravity of the struggling. So what message do you have, or what message do you pass to other Amhara association or organization throughout the world?
Unity, unity, unity. The big turnout today is because many organizations work together. I don't necessarily have to like you to work with you. We've got a far bigger goal. Our bigger goal is to save the Amhara people from eradication, because the regime is hell-bent in terms of causing ethnic cleansing and genocide. So that's what we are saying, and that's what we are doing.
Thank you. I'm really appreciate today for having you, and you pass so many message. Hopefully this issue will resolve it, and thank you very much for having it in.
There is no other choice but winning. This will be resolved. Abiy Ahmed, whether you like it or not, this will be resolved, and you would not be the winning party.
Thank you very much. Thank you.